doing 2 to 3 warm-up sets, just to feel the weights. I try to do them in the same tempo, same concentration, same control. Because in the end, the quality of your warm-ups will dictate the quality of your working sets. And if your warm-ups are shitty, you can't expect your working sets to be great. It's probably gonna be shitty as well. If you're only doing 2 or 3 sets for each exercise, if the first one is of a lower quality because you didn't warm up properly, and you waste your first set just to find your ways around the movement, you're basically wasting 33% of your exercise, or if you're doing 2 sets, 50. So half of your exercise is for lower quality, and we don't want that. So please approach your warm-ups as working sets. Not in terms of intensity, obviously, because then it's a working set. But in terms of control, in terms of how focused you are, the better your warm-ups, the better your working sets. I'll just take it. +1, not bad. Woo. Try to flare like my elbows on a 30-degree angle with my body, so not exactly on the side, a little bit to the front, because the side delts are not doing this. That's also traps. They're more. This is a natural movement, so I just try to lift on the natural path of the shoulder. 2 sets in total, 1 straight, 1 back off with a little bit of reduced weight. I'm trying to be within the 10 to 20 rep range, not because there's some magic in it, but in order to feel your shoulders in an isolation movement like this, you need less weight. And then in order to hit them with the intensity that you want, this means inevitably higher reps. I try to do around a minute of break, maybe 2, but it's really variable. It depends on how I feel basically. Now, because I was talking between the first and second set, I failed to catch my breath in a minute, so I took a little bit more of a break. I don't use timers. That's, I think, the worst thing you can do. Just feel if you're ready, just go for it. You're not here to count your breaks, you're here to lift more weights from week to week. Now, by starting with the raises as the first exercise, I have the privilege of jumping straight to the 20s as my first warm-up in the incline, because my shoulders are already warmed up from the raises. Holy shit. That's not what I wanted. There is quite some creativity put into the setup. It's not really steady, and there are no bolts connecting it to the ground. So I'm basically moving around along with it. But hey, we gotta work with what we got. Yeah, that's better. We ran out of steroids, so I was talking by myself for around 5 minutes. Going for the first working set, it's 100. One warm up with the 105. What I was saying by myself is that in heavier exercises, like the incline bench press, for example, or rowing, or especially deadlifts, or squats, leg press, I like to do one overly heavy warm-up set as a last warm-up set, like 1 rep with a bit more weight than the one that I'm planning on getting for the first working set. So I'm going for 105 now, 100 now. The last warm-up was 105, and this gets me completely ready. Like, it gets my central nervous system ready for the 100%. And then the first set actually feels easier than it would. And this helps me feel their working muscles better, because they don't get this shock on the first few reps. They're already ready for it. And it also helps you progressively overload, because you're already exposing yourself to higher weights. And basically you're setting yourself up for getting the higher weight in the upcoming weeks. All right, I'll take it. Ooh, 5.5. Ideally, we would get 6 here, but nope. It's okay. I will cry in the corner later, because now you're watching. So pretend that I don't care for that failing rep. Yeah. Plus 1.5. You witnessed that. That's a good thing when you're increasing the weight on your first straight set, because you're already did like 5, 6, however reps with even higher weight on the first set, then when you're doing your back off with the same weight as the previous time, feels lighter. So you can progress on your back off. In my opinion, that's why this straight set and then back off set schemas working so great, because you're just adding weight on the first set, and then even if you don't manage to actually progress, you have a second back off set that you will most likely progress due to the thing that I just explained. I'm going to do some dumbbell presses. Even though it's the second chest exercise, I will still do some warm-up sets. I still have to feel the movement, like feel my chest through the flat dumbbell press, because my chest now knows incline bench press, and my joints know incline bench press, and my mind knows incline bench press, because I did 6 sets, like 4 warm-ups and 2 straight and 2 working sets. So I'm used to that, but that doesn't mean that I'm going light. I'm not starting as light as before. It's just one set with like 25% less weight than my working, and then like 3 reps, and then another 2 reps with the same weight as my working set. You might look at this stretch and be like, what the fuck? Why? Why is he doing that to himself? Is he a lunatic? I am, but that's another story. The bigger the stretch, the bigger the actual muscle tissue engagement, the greater the hypertrophy in theory. But why not? I mean, that's why I like dumbbells. They allow me for a greater range of motion than the bar. But still, like, the bar has some upsides. You can move more weight because of how steady it is, because you don't have to balance. So that's 35 kilos, 34.9. But I don't believe them. They're cheap. They feel more like 40s. Or maybe it's just me doing it so I feel better with myself for the PT weights I'm lifting. Eight and a half. I did 8 last time, so that's still a progress. But to be honest, until rep 7, I was fucking convinced I will get 10. Yeah, probably I'm not a lunatic, I'm delusional. That's a better word. I'll take that as a progress. Two less reps, but 4 kilos up on its hand, so it's plus 20%, 18%, something like that. Yeah, it's good. How cool is that this fucking gym is in the company I'm working on? So I'm working as a software engineer or a developer. So right now it's actually my lunch break. I'm taking 2 hours of lunch break. They're cool with that. I love that, by the way. Shout out to Your Surprise for that. And I'm just coming, it's in the basement, like bottom floor or floor 1, depending on when you live. Yeah, I'm just coming here and working out on my lunch break. And it's amazing because I get a great mental break from my work. And then I'm going in. Fucking hell, it was 8 again, but I think that the control was a bit better than last time. Or not, I don't know. That's what I think. Yeah, like a small pose. That was it for the chest. Now let's do some back. I start with pull-ups, but I cannot just start doing pull-ups because I had a minor injury, I think, last year on my right lat. And if I just try to do pull-ups as a warm-up, too dangerous. So I'm cranking like 15 or 20 reps here for each arm. And then right after the cable, I'm using a band for the first set to make it even more smooth, like the transition from no stimulation to pull-ups at almost 110 kilos. I really don't want to risk fucking up my lat again. Let's switch to a back. Let's switch to a back perspective. So yeah, by the way, over the past 3 weeks, pull-ups have been quite stagnant. So I lost a rep last week, half a rep. I don't know, it's always a bit tricky with pull-ups because first of all, your weight is changing. So even though you're saying, yeah, I'm doing 8 reps, it's 8 reps for a different weight, basically. So you might still be progressing without even realizing it. And also for these type of bars that are like completely flat, you cannot really know if you're like actually putting your, like placing your arms on the same width every time. So it might be that it's just a different arm placement. So I'm trying to be consistent, but yeah, you never know. . if I don't get 6 reps. I'm just a pushy, like a little cat. That's what I meant. You dirty, dirty minds. Right? Almost a rep. By the way, we found the bad boy. So some rowing. I like to do like 2, maybe 3 warm-up sets here because my back is already fired up, but I really don't want to risk my lower back. So it's better to be safe than sorry. I generally don't try to progress like every week because it's not really feasible after a certain point. So right now I'm working out like consistently for 5 years and in total for more than 10. So after a certain point, like making actual progress from week to week, it's not feasible, except if it's like a completely new exercise. But I'm already doing those for like a good 3 months now. Last time I did 7.5 with these. The one before I did 6.5. See? I'll take it. 7.5. I know that the 7th rep, it wasn't like until here, but I still don't care if it's above a certain level. I'm just taking it as a rep. Like I took a good 3 minutes of break, and I might, like 2 to 3 minutes, I would have taken more, but we're really tight on time. I'm usually working out for less than 2 hours, and we are approaching the 2-hour mark now. And I already said to the team upstairs that I will be back in 10 minutes, and we have 2 more exercises, so that will be a challenge. Yeah, almost 10, almost. It wasn't 10, but it was better than last time. Last time I barely had a bit of a shrug on the 10th rep. Now 2 warm-ups. I will basically do 2 sets for the triceps and 2 for the biceps. From next time onwards, I will do it unilaterally because the weight is already maxed out and I don't want to do like more than 15 reps here, or ideally not more than 12. Almost. You might think that 2 sets for the triceps and 2 for the biceps are just too little, but first of all, even with 1 set, if you push it like really hard, you will gain, given that you're making progress always. But yeah, tomorrow it's a dedicated arm day, so I think that I am well able to recover from 2 sets for the biceps, but if I did 3 or 4, then tomorrow's workout would be toasted. So I prefer to keep the volume a little bit lower today and perform 100% tomorrow. Half a rep. Still half a rep. So yeah, that was the first video of this type of content that I'm doing. It's kind of fun, to be honest. I really liked it. It was really enjoyable because I'm used to working out with myself, and that's something different. Like it's like I'm working out with you guys. And also, I think it's all these information videos are great, but if you want to give actual value to someone, I think it's better to take them to work out with you. That's always the case, and that's what I tell to all the people I'm working with and all the people that I'm helping with their workouts and I'm coaching them, that the actual value that you can take from like a week of workouts with somebody that knows is huge. It's really hard to communicate this type of value through coaching. The plan is to do at least one every few weeks. Also to give an update on how my lifts are performing. we're already kind of late, but yeah, the boys are really chill up there, so it's not gonna be a problem, and I love them for it. I'll have the microphone now. Where can I put this? My ear? Does the ear work? Holy shit, it works. It's gonna fall. Nice. It fell. Yeah, we're getting a little bulky, but the lifts are going up. Not so okay about right now. The weight is also going up. Like I'm gaining. The plan is, with the goals, shy of a kilo per month. Ooh, holy shit. But I had like a huge bump of 2 kilos in a matter of weeks. But it's probably water retention. Because I have also some problems with like digestion and stuff, so it's probably a mix of water retention and my poo-poo not working. We'll see. It's still a post-diet phase, kind of. We just switched to bulking, to actual bulking, so it's too early to make conclusions. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one, guys. Cheers.